Hello everyone, dear students, and welcome to our first lesson, which is English for computer science students. My name is Dr. Fatine Merieme BELARBI, and I will be guiding you through this course during this academic year 2025-26. In today's session, we're going to explore four fundamental parts of speech: nouns, pronouns, adjectives, and adverbs. Let me explain the word part of speech. What is a part of speech? When we say a word, it could be a noun, a pronoun, an adjective. It is a part of speech. Why? Because we use it to speak. Okay, so today we're going to understand how they are used in information, communication, and technology context. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to first identify and use nouns correctly in ICT-related sentences. Second, replace nouns with appropriate pronouns. Third, use adjectives to describe ICT tools and systems. And finally, apply adverbs to express actions and manner in ICT communication. Each of these will help you build more accurate and professional English when writing or speaking in your computer sciences studies. So let's begin and let's start with nouns. What are nouns? A noun is a word that represents a person, a place, thing, or even an idea. In the computer sciences field or ICT context, nouns often refer to technological objects or concepts. For example, computer, network, software, data, and internet. These are the building blocks of your technical vocabulary. These are the common used nouns in the field. Every sentence needs nouns to identify the subject or object. Here what I mean? I mean that a noun in a sentence can take the role of either a subject, which is doing an action, or an object, which is receiving an action. Okay? Now let's move to next, which are pronouns. What are pronouns? Let's look at them. Pronouns are words that replace nouns to avoid repeating them when you are speaking or writing. So rather than repeating a word or a noun so many times, which may cause redundant or heavy language, it's better to replace by a pronoun when mentioning it for a second or third time. For example, instead of saying the technician fixes the computer, we can say he fixes it. This makes our speech smoother and more natural. Common pronouns include, for example, I, you, he, she, or it. These are pronouns in singular. However, in plural we can use we, you in plural, or they. So in ICT communication, pronouns help us write efficiently and clearly, especially when we talk about users, devices, or systems repeatedly. Let's move to adjectives. What are them? They are, here I am using a pronoun. So what are adjectives? They are, adjectives describe or modify nouns, giving more detail or quality. When I say modify, I mean they give a clear description. Or clear or give us more detail. They make our technical writing precise and expressive. Examples here in the ICT context, we can say reliable software. Here the adjective is reliable, however software is a noun. Let's describe the second noun, network. We can say secure network. We can say as well fast internet, efficient communication, and innovative solution. There is an important remark is that the adjective doesn't take the plural, so it is the same either with a singular or a plural. Now look at the last example. When we say solutions, it is in plural, so we use the adjective without a final s. We can say either innovative solution in singular or innovative solutions in plural, so the adjective doesn't wear the s of plural. Be careful, okay? So making your description more vivid and professional by using adjectives. Now let's speak finally about adverbs. What are adverbs? We have seen that adjective gives us description of the nouns. However, adverbs as well give description and they modify, but not noun. They can modify verbs, adjectives, or even other adverbs, so they can give us more details about the action, about the intensity of the adjective, or even other adverbs. They tell us how, when, or where something happens. Let's see some examples to better understand. Here, quickly develop. It may answer the question how. How it was developed? It was quickly developed. Securely access. How did you access? I have securely access. Efficiently analyze, innovatively solve, and carefully test. These are some examples. They can be used in ICT context, and these are powerful words that can help you to describe the manner in which an ICT task is performed, which is crucial in technical explanations and procedures. That is to say, it is important to describe the action, the process, or a task in the ICT field. To better understand the lesson, of course, you need to practice. Let's start with activity 1. Here you have to find the nouns in the following sentences. Let's do a sentence together. The technician troubleshoots network issues. Here are the answer keys, and it's better that you have found them before reading the answers. So we see here that the words in the first sentence are technician, network, and issues. So be careful. In the sentence it is written the technician. However, when answering, we don't have to mention the, and when they are before a noun, they are articles, so they are not a part of the noun. Be careful. So the noun is only technician, not the technician. I wish that you can finish the other sentences alone, and then you can check the answer if it is correct or not. However, in activity 2, which is very easy, you need to replace the underlined nouns with suitable pronouns. So here the activity is done, and we have already done it together in the online class. You can check the answer. In activity 3, here you have to add an adjective to a noun. And in activity 4, you have to use an adverb to describe how the action is done. I have told you in the previous lesson that an adverb can take place either before or after the verb. Both are correct. However, the adjective takes place only before the noun is describes. Let's summarize together what we have seen in this lesson. So, we learned that nouns name people, things, or even ideas. However, pronouns replace them, adjectives describe them, and adverbs describe actions or other descriptions. These four parts of speech, I repeat, a word is a part of speech. So these four parts of speech, and of course there are not only four parts of the speech, they are not limited. We will see the other parts of speech together in the upcoming lessons. So we have learned that these four parts of speech can work together to create meaningful and professional sentences, especially when you are writing about ICT processes, reports, or projects. So mastering them will help you to write more naturally in English and communicate effectively in your field of computer sciences. So thank you, dear students, for watching. Don't forget to subscribe in the channel, and especially in the playlist that is accurate to your level L1. Keep practicing, and in our next lesson we'll move on to verbs and tenses in ICT contexts. See you soon, and keep improving your English for technology.